Election Firsts by Jim Whiting. Introduction. For many years, white men made all the important political decisions in the United States. As the country expanded and added many more people, everyone else, women, African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, Asian Americans, and others, wanted a voice. They wanted to be part of the democratic process. They wanted to ensure they had the rights to which they were entitled. It wasn't easy. They faced prejudice and intolerance. This book depicts 6 of these people who were important election firsts in the United States. Blanche K. Bruce was the first African American to serve a full term in the United States Senate. Jeannette Rankin became the first woman elected to the United States House of Representatives. Dennis Chávez was the first American-born Hispanic senator, while Hiram Fong was the first Asian American senator. Shirley Chisholm was the first African-American woman in the House. And Wilma Mankiller was the first female elected to serve as chief of an important North American tribe. These 6 people all wanted to contribute something to improving American life. They all had strong views on why they wanted to be elected to public office. In many cases, they faced a great deal of opposition, even after they were elected. They all made their voices heard. Chapter 1. Blanche Kelso Bruce. One of the established customs of the United States Senate is to rotate the position of presiding officer among its members during normal proceedings. The presiding officer keeps order, recognizes senators who want to speak, and does whatever else is necessary to keep the business of the Senate running smoothly. Normally, it is a very routine job. But there was nothing routine about Blanche K. Bruce, the senator who served as presiding officer on February 14, 1879. He was the first man born into slavery to serve as presiding officer. 2 years later, Blanche would make even more history by becoming the first African American to complete an entire 6-year term in the Senate. Blanche wasn't the first African American to serve in the Senate. That honor went to Hiram Revels of Mississippi in 1870. But Revels served for only 1 year. In addition, Revels had always been a free man. There was a third difference between the 2 men. Revels was a minister who hadn't sought the senatorial position. He became a compromise selection because the leading candidate already held another political office. Blanche, on the other hand, wanted to become a senator and skillfully maneuvered to win his election. Blanche was born on a Virginia plantation on March 1, 1841. He was one of 11 children born to a woman named Polly, who served as a house slave for a planter named Pettis Perkinson. No one knows the identity of Blanche's father, though it may have been Perkinson. But one thing is certain: he looked like a white man. According to estimates, Blanche was probably 3/4 white. Yet he was still regarded as African American because of his mother. In spite of his status as a slave, Blanche grew up on virtually equal terms with Perkinson's only acknowledged son, William. The 2 boys played and studied together. As a result of this good fortune, Blanche was spared the harsh life of working in the fields, and he also received an excellent education. This became a major asset in his later life. While Blanche was growing up, Perkinson moved to Mississippi and then to Missouri. After the Civil War broke out in 1861, Blanche taught school in Missouri and Kansas. When the war was over, he began attending Oberlin College in Ohio with the intention of becoming a minister, but he ran out of money and had to leave the school. He then worked as a porter on a Mississippi River steamboat, but he wanted to do something more substantial with his life. The program of Reconstruction in the South gave him the chance he wanted. Administered by the then-dominant Republican Party, Reconstruction had several goals. One was the military rule of the defeated South. A second was the eventual readmission of its states to the Union. A third was establishing political equality for African Americans and allowing them to hold public office. Blanche decided that Reconstruction policies offered him an opportunity to improve.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?